Chapter 6. The Weight of Witness. The forest changed as the sun rose. Mist clung low between the pines, pale and soundless, curling around Rose's legs as she moved. The earth beneath her feet no longer thrummed with pursuit, but it was not calm either. It murmured, subtle shifts, distant pressure, the slow wake of a world that had noticed her. She followed the pull northeast without questioning it. The phoenix charm warmed against her ribs, not hot enough to burn, only steady, insistent. With every mile, it drew her farther from Serinvale, farther from the only place she had ever called home. Then the rhythm beneath her feet changed. Rose stopped. She lowered herself behind a fallen oak just as the earth finished its warning. 3 sets of footsteps. 2 moved lightly, trained in a staggered pattern meant to close a net. The third was heavier, armor, weight carried with purpose, but uneven. A familiar imbalance, a stride she had felt before. Her breath caught. Voices carried through the mist.
"She'll be this way," one man muttered. "If she's not dead already, she's close. And if we find her, bring her in quietly."
Rose's fingers curled into the damp bark. Hunters. Before she could move, another presence cut through the ground. Fast, decisive. Steel rang once, sharp and final.
"You two have a death wish, don't you?"
The hunters froze.
"Kyle's orders mean nothing without the captain's seal,"
The newcomer said coolly.
"You're crossing a line you won't come back from." "We follow the commander," one man snapped. "Then you're following him straight into treason."
The clash was brief. Too brief. One body fell hard enough that the earth flinched. The other fled, footsteps tearing away through undergrowth in blind panic. Silence rushed back in, thick and listening. Rose peered through the leaves. The knight stood alone in the clearing now, sword lowered, chest rising and falling. He was younger than Darius, leaner, his armor marked by travel rather than ceremony. One leg favored the other slightly, an old wound. His gaze swept the trees with sharp intelligence, not hunger.
"I know you're there," he called. "You're better at hiding than they were."
Her seismic sense agreed. His heartbeat was fast, but not cruel, wary, controlled. Slowly, Rose stepped from the shadows. Moss pressed cool beneath her bare feet as she raised her hands, palms open. Morning light caught the dirt on her skin, the tear in her cloak, the exhaustion she could no longer hide. Alaric turned and stilled.
"You," he said softly, "the barefoot girl."
Recognition flickered, followed by something heavier.
"You were at the orphanage," he went on, eyes narrowing. "When the headmaster—"
Yes. Her voice was quiet. Too quiet for someone who had been running all night. "They were hunting me," she said, gesturing toward the fallen man. "He sent them." Alaric's jaw tightened. He did not ask who he was.
"I saw what he did," Alaric said instead. "What he was willing to excuse."
Rose hesitated. Then she did something she had never done before. She loosened her cloak. The fabric slipped from her shoulder, revealing pale skin and the scar beneath it. Old, jagged, the mark of something done without mercy. "This was for stopping him," she said. "For getting between him and a child." The words landed harder than any blade. Alaric went very still. "I stayed," she continued, voice steady but thin. "I stayed because someone had to. And because I thought, if I kept my head down long enough, it would end." Her fingers brushed her satchel. It didn't. She drew out the ledger and held it between them, not stepping closer. "He sold me," she said simply. "And when I learned why, I made sure the village would learn too." Alaric stared at the book, then at her. Not with disbelief, with anger, slow, controlled, righteous.
"That explains the unrest," he said quietly. "And why Kale is moving without orders."
He met her gaze.
"This isn't small," he added, "and it isn't finished."
Rose looked past him, northeast, where the hum beneath the earth deepened. The phoenix charm answered with a low, steady warmth. "I can't go back," she said. "And I can't stay where I am." Alaric followed her gaze.
"Then don't," he said. "Walk with me. I'll take you to the captain."
She hesitated. Trust did not come easily anymore, but Alaric had seen the cruelty with his own eyes. He had stepped between her and men sent to bind her. And now he stood there, not demanding, not commanding, offering. Slowly, Rose nodded. The forest exhaled. She stepped forward, and together they turned toward the path, 2 figures moving in the same direction, for very different reasons. Behind them, the earth settled. Ahead of them, the world waited.